Okay, good evening once again, everybody. Trust you are all doing fine. Today is Thursday, the 3rd of November 2022. I want to believe we all had amazing trading week. Well, we still have tomorrow, Friday. And for those that trade synthetic indices, Saturday and Sunday is there for them. But it's been an amazing week so far. For those that trade currencies, USDPS, they've been giving amazing setups, and they've been putting food on traders' table for those that know what they are doing anyway. So good day, Fash, good day, Chooks, good day, Promise, Bless, Levinos, Godwin, Barry, AY, my man, good day, George, Ebuka, Mr. Michael, Boluwati Feljo, good morning. Sorry, I said good morning. Good evening to you all. So I think a discussion started on the group yesterday, maybe last night or so. I can't really remember. And okay, someone asked if we all have other things we do aside trading, and that kind of strike they called in me, and I decided to have this session with us. So the first thing I would like you guys to understand is that trading is not the end. Trading is a means to an end. Like I said, trading is your wealth. You should be able to channel your wealth from trading using the funnel, using the pipe into different boreholes. So you have different boreholes that serves as a supply channel of water into different homes, but the source is not the borehole. The source is not the reservoir. The source is the well. If you lift the well out of it, after a short period of time, you will exhaust what is inside the reservoir. And when you exhaust what is inside the reservoir, you will need a kind of energy to pump in water from your well or from your borehole back into the reservoir. Now, the energy needed to pump in water from the well into the reservoir is your skill and mastery. Remember, the intensity of power of voltage determines how fast your pump will pump in water into the reservoir. So for some people, the power supply is low by reason of the level of knowledge they have, by reason of the level of mastery that they've gained. But it doesn't mean that they are not pumping water. They are pumping water. The energy level is just low. Now, if you happen to be in this kind of level, it's not a bad thing. Like, knowledge is progressive. Is a journey. It's a journey, and if you keep on doing what you are doing, you keep on building yourself, you keep on, getting transformed mentally, psychologically, and in terms of skill, your power level will definitely rise to the level and the rate at which you're pumping water from the well into the reservoir becomes very, very high, that within a short period of time, you can pump in water into the reservoir that will take care of the home or of the house for maybe a week, for maybe a month, depending on how big the reservoir is. So, what is the well? The well is the financial markets. The well is the forex. What is the power? The power is the level of mastery and knowledge that you've acquired and gained. What is the reservoir? The reservoir is your other streams of income that has been built over time from the well. But you see, most people don't have the reservoirs. Most people only focus on the well. And there are times that the well will get dried, that it is what you have in the reservoir that sustains you for a short time before water comes back into the well. If you don't have water stored in your reservoir, you will face thirst and hunger and either famine by reason of lack of water. What most people don't understand is when market begins to behave anyhow and they are unable to cash out from the financial markets, and because of their lack of wisdom to build structure and systems from the financial market into things that they can easily relate with, and they are not getting profit from the financial market, they become stagnant. They get stuck to do what they are not supposed to do. They begin to trade aggressively. It tells on their emotions, it tells on their mental state. You begin to trade under pressure, you will spoil the well. You will do what? Spoil the well. How do you build structure? The first thing you must do is that from your trading profits, I'm not here to talk about strategy, smart money, structure. I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about the real issues of life now. From your profits in the process of trading, you are expected to carve out a particular percentage to create structures and other streams of income. This is how it works. If you are trading to be getting your profit every week or every month, or you are trading to be compounding your account, there should be an amount that you are taking from that account to be taking care of your personal need. Most traders only trade, but they don't have a consistent cash flow. A consistent cash flow, such that even if market does not produce or give them opportunity to trade, if setup does not appear for 2 weeks, it doesn't stop what they do every day. It doesn't stop the way they live their life. It doesn't stop the their spending. It doesn't stop. It doesn't have anything to do with their survival or sustainability as far as that period of lack of trade is concerned. Because a particular amount has been channeled into a system that brings in cash flow every day. So you may not trade for 2 weeks, but it doesn't mean that you are not making money. You are making money from other systems. It's just that you are not pumping water from the main well. And when rainy season comes, with the energy and mastery that you have, you can pump in water joyfully back to the reservoir. Why? Because power is there, knowledge is there, and because what? You have that insight to see that water is in this well. So you can't see my screen. I'm not sharing any screen. I'm just talking. It's just it's not a presentation. It's just discussion. So if you are trading and you are getting a particular amount of money every month, maybe you are targeting 10% of your account, or you are targeting, no matter the pressure that you have, you are not supposed to spend everything you are making from the financial market at every point in time. You are not what? You are not supposed to spend everything you are making from the financial market at every point in time. There should be a percentage that you allocate for system building. There should be a percentage you allocate to build other structures that brings in money. So for example, if you are making, let's say, $500 or $1,000 every week or every month, depending on the type of account you trade. If you are trading a account, you are trading a $5,000 account. I think 5,000 is the least. And you're trading a $5,000 account, and you are going for 10% of the 5,000 for every month. That's $500. So you know that at least every month you are targeting $500 every month. If you are withdrawing the whole of 500 and you are spending anyhow with the hope of getting another 500 next month, That's not a good way to live. You will continue to go around a cycle for years like that. So if anything happens to that Profem account, your means of survival and livelihood is over. So how do you do it? When you cash out or you withdraw from the financial market, for Christians, it's important to pay your tithes. That's 10%. Let me take, what can I share? Let me see if I can share in a whiteboard here. Okay, hold on. Let me. Hold on, please, so that I can write. Okay, can you guys see my screen now? Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay. 10%. 10% goes into tithing. Now let me tell you something, guys. Tithing is not to bring in, this is not a platform to preach. But tithing is not to bring in money. If you have a sound knowledge of doctrine and truths, tithing is not to bring in money. Tithing is just for open heavens. Open heavens is the benefit of open heavens is vast. Financial implication is little, is so small compared to what you get from open heavens. I won't go deep into tithing, but tithing as a Christian, if you are a Muslim, I think there is something they call zakah or something. I can maybe zakah, or I don't know how they. If you are here, you can correct me. So you give to the needy, you give to the poor. That's a part of your income that is going out, not for your personal use, for other things, for the benefit of others. But for Christians, you know the purpose of tithe. The purpose of tithe is that the house of the Lord makes use of it. Is the Bible says, bring in your tithe into the storehouse. The storehouse can be a person, your storehouse can be your spiritual parents, your storehouse can be your church where you are with the word. So the concept of the storehouse should not be mistaken for anything. So tithing is there. You can now go ahead and save, allocate maybe 20 to 30% into savings. Now, what you allocate, okay, thank you, Muslim Sadaka. Yeah, thank you. What you allocate for your savings is a function of what is pursuing you and how fast you want to run. Let me repeat that. What you allocate for your savings is a function of what is, you know your background, you know where you are coming from, and God has given you the privilege to tap from the financial market. So having a good knowledge of where you are coming from, you should be able to know what is pursuing you from where you are coming from and how fast you want to run, how fast you want to soar. So 20 to 30% of your savings, of your income, should go into savings, an account that you don't touch, an account that you don't, it's not for I want to buy gin, I want to buy this, that's not the purpose of the account. The purpose of the account, you will get to know it at the end of the day. Savings. Some people do, hold on please. Some people do 5%. Some people do 2%. Some people do 10%. Some people do it depends. It depends on what's pursuing you and how fast you want to run. Like I said. So 20% to 30% of your savings goes into, of your income goes into savings. Now let's work it 20% for the purpose of proper calculation. So from your profit, 30% is gone. You are left with 70%. If you are someone that people relies on, maybe you are someone that people your heart is so fragile that when people comes to you for money, you find it difficult to say no, or when people come to you for money, you shall want to give. You have that giving heart. It's always good to give. In fact, it is recommended. I recommend it. I usually recommend this. But if you know that you can't afford to give, it's fine. You may not include it. But if you know that you have a heart to always give, you can allocate a percentage for charity, maybe 10%, and giving to people. Now, that's for the month. Remember, okay, you've made your profit for the month of October. Now we are in November. We are working for what you now do with your profit in November. Profit of October ending in the month of November. So this is how you spend your money in November. Now, 10% of it. Now, throughout the month of November, any request or need that comes that exceeds this 10%, if you are disciplined enough, you shouldn't give anybody beyond this 10% because that is called financial planning. And financial planning without financial discipline will not lead you anywhere. So if someone comes to you that please I need urgent 2K and you've exhausted this your 10%, you can tell them that you don't have 2K now, but when you have next month, you will give them. There's no point fighting. There's no point. Giving is not a matter of do or die. If I don't have any money to give you now, it doesn't mean that I don't like you. It doesn't mean that I hate you. It just means that the capacity to give is not there. Moment. For some people, they do 20% because of the level of burden they carry. For some people, they do 15% because of the level of burden they carry. But for the purpose of this calculation, let's do 10%. So you are left with how many percent? You are left with 40. Yeah, this is 40%. You are left with 60%. Whatever you want to do with the 60% is at your own discretion. Let's target projects. Let's target what? Projects. Now, you invest not from your project money. You invest from the accumulation of your savings. You do what? You invest from the what? The accumulation of your savings. And the purpose of investing is to create another stream of income. Is to do what? Is to create another stream of what? Of income. I will tell you what to invest in and the kind of business you should look out for, especially in this age and dispensation. But follow what I'm saying. Follow this session where you invest not from your title. You don't carry your title to invest. You invest not from the money you give people. You don't give your charity to invest. You invest not from your project money. You need to take care of yourself. You need to pay your house rent. You need to pay your tuition fee. You need to take care of your family. Do you understand? That's what you do with your projects. But investment is from the accumulation of your savings. So let's say maybe after a year or 2 years, whatever you gather from here, you look for a good business and you invest into it. Now, this is a phase now. This is phase one. This is a phase. This is phase one. This phase one can take you a year or two, depending on the amount of money you make from the financial markets. It can take you a year, it can take you 2 years. But phase two will be shorter and less stressful than phase one. Why? Because this phase one is a channel, is just one source of income, and it's from the well. You are just trying to create, you are trying to mold your life, you are trying to create a good financial structure for your life. So this phase one will be a little bit difficult and stressful. This thing that I'm saying it sounds simple, but it takes a lot of discipline. If you are not well disciplined enough, you won't be able to achieve this thing that I'm saying. You won't be, because some people spend emotionally. You won't be able to achieve it. When I started using PiggyVest for not even my personal account. PiggyVest is what I started using for my savings. PiggyVest. You lock it there. You know that when you break that money, there is a percentage of that money that you are losing. So if you've given yourself, okay, I'm withdrawing from this account only after a year, whatever makes you break that savings or break or withdraw from that money, PiggyVest will take out of that, out of your savings. They will take out of it, and that's shortage, that's loss. So it's a way of building discipline. It's a way of ensuring that what you are doing is you putting your best to it. Now, phase two will be faster than phase one, because two is accumulation of this thing that we are doing is a cycle. This phase two is uh two cycles producing this phase two. The one from the financial market and your income from these investments that you've used to create another stream of income. So this process that you did here, it for that stream of income that has been created. So you have double. You have something coming from phase one, and you have something coming from the stream of income that has been created. It makes this phase two very, very easy. At the end of this phase two, you have how many streams of income now? Two streams of income in addition to your financial market. When you have this phase two, your phase three becomes very, very stressless. Very, very stressless. That's how to create several streams of income over time. Now, this process can take you 10 years. This process can take you 5 years. This process can take you 2 years. It depends on the amount you are getting from this your phase one. Because remember, this is where you are starting from. This is your source. Now, if Forex is not your source, for some people, their phase one is their salary job. For some people, their phase one is their business. It doesn't have to be trading the financial market. What this thing that I'm teaching you is a course on its own. It's called the equation of wealth. How to build wealth systematically, starting from the scratch. You can start from anywhere. You can start from any level. Are you guys with me? Can you hear me, please? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. It's breaking, but we are following.
Yes,
Okay, is
we
it
can hear you,
clear
sir.
now? Okay. So
It was breaking before.
you can start from anywhere. You can start from any level. But how fast you go, remember, is a function of what you've given to this thing, because this is where everything starts from. This is where, if you don't have anything now, this is where it starts from. It is the accumulation of this that turns into investment, that now turns into creating a stream of income. So you have two streams of income. The combination of the savings of these two streams of income will be used to create another stream of income for this phase two. When you are done with phase one, phase 2, you now move to phase 3. The combination of these 3 will now go into phase 3. So the higher you go, the more easier it becomes for you to create such structures and systems. The beginning may be a little bit difficult because it may take time to gather money, to accumulate money, to create a stream of income apart from your basic, your major source. But once that one has been created, it becomes easier as you begin to create all that streams of income, all that structures. So what are those things you need to look out for in terms of investments and business ideas? You have to work around the basic needs of men. You have to what? You have to work around the basic need of men. You must understand that every need and problem is a business idea. Every need, let me say that again, and problem is a business idea. When you see problem, what some people see is not problem. What some people see is an idea. So what are the basic needs of men? Number 1, shelter, real estate. Number 2, food, nutrition, agriculture, farming, anything that revolves around eating. Number 3, clothing. No matter how poor you are, you want to put on something to wear. You have to cover your nakedness. No matter how poor you are, you have to live under a shelter. No matter how cheap that shelter is, you can't be sleeping on the main road. Then I talked about the first one. I've talked about shelter. I've talked about feeding. I've talked about clothing. Number 4, transportation. Transportation. If I'm moving from Abuja to Zaria now, even if I don't have money, I'd rather stay and don't move. But if I need to be in Zaria, I will look for a way to move from Abuja to Zaria. And there are only 2 means of transportation for that. It's either I take the rail or I take the road. Meaning it's a basic need for me. So any business idea that revolves around transportation will surely survive and thrive. So I've talked about food, I've talked about shelter, I've talked about transportation, I've talked about clothing. The 5th is education. Education. We are in a dispensation that craves for knowledge. And if what you do revolves around teaching, if what you do revolves around giving out value, if what you do revolves around building the intelligence and mental capacity of men, you are likely to survive in it. You are likely to thrive in it. So food, transportation, shelter, clothing, education. The 6th is the area of finance. Anything that has to do with finance, money, POS, exchange, bank, brokerage, anything that involves money, you will surely and definitely survive in it. I know someone that started from nowhere, took a profit account, made his profit. From the profit, he bought an higher account, made his profit. From his profit, he scaled up again to an higher account, made his profit. After scaling up 3 times, he started using his profit to importing goods from China. Now, the guy now travels to China to get products and brings it back to Nigeria to sell. Everything started from the financial market. Everything started from the lowest profit account. Now, if you ask the guy that what do you do, he won't tell you that he's a profit trader. He will tell you that I'm into this business. but you won't know it's well. What you are just seeing is reservoir. What you are just seeing is reservoir. Take everything I've said this night, keep them and hold on to them and work with them. Keep them, hold on to them and work with them. There is no way you can build wealth outside everything that I've shared now. Wealth is built over time. Whatever gives you wealth overnight can take it overnight. It's the truth of the matter. Whatever gives you wealth overnight can also take it overnight. Because it takes a lot to handle money. You must be built. And the process of doing phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, before you start managing big multinational businesses, mind will have been changed and transformed. That mind would have been changed and transformed. So that brings us to the end of our session tonight. Okay, let me quickly share this. Let me share 5 things. Should I share it? Okay, you guys should work with this first. You guys should work with what I've shared now. When I see improvement and growth, I will share with you the 5 laws of business, how to thrive in business, the exact protocol needed to thrive his business. I will show you. But you guys should work on this that I've shared tonight. Any question before we call it a day? Any question?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
Thank you so very much for the class. It really is a great one. My question is, from the different phases you highlighted, personal development, does it come into project, the 60% project, or a different percentage?
Okay, thank you.
Out of it?
Thank you very much for pointing out that. I forgot to add this. You can use 10% for and use 50% for projects. There was a time that I was using 50% of this entire project money. This entire project, can I draw here? Where did they put shape here? I'm looking for shape. This is not word. Oh dear. There was a time that I was using 50% of this entire project money to buy books. You ever I said 50% of this entire project money. Okay, you know 50%, this project money is 50% of a profit. Now imagine using 50% of this 50%, that's 25% of the entire profit to buy books, just to develop the mind, just to be creative, just to peep into the mindset of those that have gone ahead of us. So for you, you can take out 10% of this and use it for personal development. It is from this that you attend paid webinars, paid courses, you travel for summits, buy books, buy tapes, go on vacation. I hope you know that going on vacation is not luxury. It's a personal development strategy. Because when you go on vacation, you expose your mind to the possibilities available where you journey to. So it depends on what you are going there for. For some people, they are going there to enjoy themselves. But for some people, they are going there to open up their mind to what is there, what is available over there. You can also build relationships from here. There are some courses I paid for, not because I need their content, but because I want to build relationship with that mentor. This sounds strange. There are some courses I paid for, not because I need the content, but because I need to build a relationship with that mentor. Whoever you pay money for to get his content, you have created a space for yourself in that person's heart. You have created a ladder to access that person. There are some people that you can never meet them until you pay for their courses, until you buy books from them, until you do this, you do that from them. And when you now pay and buy their courses, it's a kind of a leverage to now begin to build strategic relationship with them. Any book I buy and the book blesses me, I check the name of the author and I go and follow them on their social media handles. I send them personal messages that I read the book blessed me, and I've received a lot of interviews, a lot of sessions from that. There are some authors today that if I start on my WhatsApp list, you will be amazed. Not because I went to their house to meet them, but because I bought their materials. I leverage on the relationship that was built from paying for their materials, and I built a strategic relationship with them. So it depends on what you do. The purpose of everything you do defines what you get from it. So I think that answers your question. Any other? Any other? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Are we lost?
Yes, sir.
Okay, no other question, no other clarification.
Yes, sir, we can. I can hear you.
You can hear you,
Okay, any
sir.
other question? If we don't have any other question, we can just do
Sir,
other
how would
things.
you know? How would you know we have affected these ones we have learned before we? Because you said you teach us the Bible. Yeah.
It's from testimonies now. People send me DMs now, and from our
Okay.
conversation on the group.
Okay, sir.
Any other? In the absence of no other question, thank you very much for joining this session tonight. It's really a pleasure.
Thank you so very much, sir. Class was a blessing. It was a real blessing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for joining, everybody. See you
Thank you
next
very much, sir.
time. Same.
Hello, sir.
And
Really
let's go.
glad to come across you. Thank you so much.
Hello, sir.